Hello, beautiful Sagittarius. All right, let's take a look at the energy for you guys at this time. Any placement of Sagittarius, keep in mind though it's a general reading, so it's not going to resonate with everyone that watches, and there could be role reversal as well. Okay, if you're new, welcome to Moon Body Libra. Don't let the name fool you. I just read for Libra and Sagittarius on this channel, but I do private readings, of course, for all 12 zodiac signs, so anyone is welcome to watch. Follow the link below to my website to check out private readings and to check out some of my other services. All right, Sag, let's begin. Sag, you're overcoming so much right now. Things are getting better. You're overcoming difficulties and challenges at this time. The worst is now behind you and you are surmounting any previous challenges. That's great. So if you guys had felt like you were climbing, you've reached the peak, and Spirit's saying the difficulties have been overcome. But if you want to keep going in the right direction, you need to stay in your own power. It's so much about personal empowerment. In the beginning of the month, Sag, take your power back, says Archangel Raziel. Use your God-given power and intention to manifest blessings into your life. It's like you guys were maybe in survival mode and feeling kind of scrappy in a lot of ways, maybe materially, maybe just spiritually or emotionally. And Spirit, Raziel and Jeremiel are saying, take back your power. It's time for you to manifest more blessings into your life. Survival mode is ending and we're getting into thrive if you stay in your power. Prosperity is on your mind. It's the catalyst or the challenge, Ariel. Your material needs are provided as you follow your intuition and manifest your dreams into reality. This is the catalyst or the challenge, though. So if any of you have been feeling like resources have been drained or robbed of you, Spirit's saying you guys are over that hump. But if you want to keep it going in the right direction towards prosperity, you need to take control. You need to be the one navigating. You need to be maybe less generous at this time and be more careful with money. You're meant to be taking back your power so that you can bring more prosperity into your life. I'm hearing now that you're in control of more things, things will go better towards prosperity. It's important to be flexible at this time. Things have been extreme. A lot came out of this deck. It's actually two decks combined. And I got one message that seemed to be about health, and then the deck exploded. I was like, okay, it wants to talk more. This is what we've been leading up to and where you're going right now. 4 cards did come out. Extremes. There have been extremes, highs and lows, right? Very extremes during a time of expansion, but you are moving towards peace and stability. The way to keep it all going in the right direction is to be flexible towards prosperity, flexible prosperity. Flex spending, open a flex spending account. Some of you need it for like childcare or something like that. If you continue to be flexible in the face of stress, duress, everyday life, if you continue with that flexibility, you will continue to expand in spite of the extremes. It's like Jupiter is like hitting you guys hard right now. Something has been happening and will happen for you in the beginning of December that's like almost out of your control. And it's it's been overwhelming up until now. Like it's been extremes as the expansion's happening. But again, if you remain flexible, which might be difficult for you or for other people right now, there will be more peace and more stability. And with the flexibility, the extremes will become less overwhelming. And we will not expand indefinitely. You may hit a bit of a plateau at some point, but you're still headed towards prosperity, peace, and stability. And I really, really love that for you. The other message that came out of that deck, those decks, was pleasure change to purity. Okay, immediately I'm hearing this might be like a lifestyle choice you're making. You were experiencing a lot of pleasure in a certain way. It might have been quite euphoric and orgasmic even. She looks pretty happy. She's in the ecstasy there. But you're wanting to make a change now, and it's leading towards the unicorn energy, which is purity. So it's not like you're all work and no play this month. I think that I'm hearing that you're realizing some of your habits they've been very pleasurable for you and pleasure seeking, but it's really time to make some tweaks and changes. So it's not like you're not allowed to seek pleasure and have fun anymore, but you want it to be a bit more pure of mind, body, and spirit. So making changes in the way you perceive and experience pleasure. We're moving more towards purity. So some of you might be quitting smoking, quitting drinking, tightening it up with some of that stuff that brings pleasure. There is a change for the better. It is leading towards purity, but it has been a lot. I think it's all been in an effort to bring expansion towards prosperity, to overcome difficulties and challenges, and just get to what everybody in life wants, which is peace, stability, and prosperity, right? Like that's what it's all been about for you all this time. Steady as she goes. This will be difficult for you over the next couple of weeks with the 53rd hexagram coming out, wind above, mountain below. Like as you move forward, it might be a little crazy. It may be difficult for you to keep up with your own pace. So you need to pace yourself, but it may be a challenge to keep a steady pace right now, Sagittarius. But that's because I think maybe there's some exciting energy for you right now. I mean, you came out as the sun. It looks like something that you've been dealing with for a while. You're finally let off the hook with. You've got the Fool, you've got the Sun, you've got Justice. You're like, this is easy. And I think that you're moving into more of like an Ace of Wands energy because we've got gate 1 and 42 in the energy body coming out in the I Ching, which is part of human design. And the energy body, how the solar system translates to us as human beings. You're in gate 1 right now, which is about creative power. So really feeling unique, very idiosyncratically you, and you're feeling this spark within. A strong sacral response coming off of you right now. There's power and creativity for you, and an increase is coming. But again, the pace may be difficult to maintain. It might be hard to fall into a good steady pace, or conversely, you might spiral and go kind of crazy. Schedules, lists, routines, you can only go as fast as you can go, Sag, But you've got to keep that steady pace, but creative power that's leading towards an increase. So any of your brilliant ideas right now, anything that's new and sparking and evolving, it will lead to increase and more forward motion. It's about like, how long can you keep up this pace? Whether it's a fast pace or a slow pace. Okay. So that's the energy for you right now, which is good. But it's like, as you move towards peace and stability, there seems to be someone around you. Why do I get the feeling that someone is no longer benefiting from something that you have provided? So keep it up in mind. This could be a boss. It could be a partner. It looks like it might be an ex that you maybe shared custody with or a home with. It could be a landlord, something like that. Someone is no longer benefiting from you being where you have been, and they are pissed off. So from the Cosmic Insights deck, which is normally about relationships, I have divorce, experiencing a breakup, but then gold digger. They want your money and you're being used. They'll be back. Expect to hear from them soon. Earth sign is at the bottom of the deck. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Give it time. They may be growing something. It may have to do with pets, animals, something like that. Could be dealing with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. If you have that in your chart, check that placement. Okay, keep in mind these messages could be about you. They could be about other people. I'm assuming this is energy coming towards you. So some of you have someone who has earth-like energy. There may have been a breakup or a divorce of some kind. There could have been a parting of ways, but the spirit is saying this person is going to come back because they want something. They want something in some way. And there's this irritation. Someone is watching you and just very irritated by where you're going and what you're doing, I think. Which is unfortunate. That makes me feel badly for you. Overall energy of the person around you is the Magician. They could be Aries, Gemini, or Virgo, but the way they're feeling is Justice. That's Libra energy. You're being seen as the Sun. Leo is really making an appearance on this channel lately. Libra got, I think, Strength here the other day, and you're getting the Sun. What you need to know, or your advice, is the Six of Wands in reverse, and the final outcome is the Five of Swords. But here's the thing. This isn't you. This is somebody else ticked because you're the Fool and the Six of Wands and the Sun over here, and you're coming out as healed and strong in a new relationship. But karma is a bitch. Okay, there's financial ties. Someone's been arrogant and making the best of it, and they've been oblivious. Okay, so you're healed and strong. You're moving into some kind of a new relationship. Could be romantic, career, just a new cycle. Maybe it's even a new relationship with yourself. But somebody over here is kicking and screaming, and I'm jealous. And it sure looks like that. Okay. Sagittarius, this looks like, I almost picked this up. I'm like, oh, this is like a sweet revenge kind of reading. I don't know. Is there more going on? There probably is, but Spirit was like, this is what they really need to hear. You may feel very vindicated by this reading. Some of you will. So with the Magician, we've got this Aries, Gemini, Virgo kind of person. They know what they're doing. They're manifesting. They're very resourceful. They leave no stone unturned. This is a person discovering and playing with their own power. They're trying to make something happen. This person may also work for themselves. They may work with their hands. They may demonstrate. They may be an entrepreneur. They may be a very experimental person as well. This could be you as well. Clarifying this is the Eight of Wands, the Chariot, that's Cancer, and the Four of Wands. Okay, this looks like rapid development and forward motion towards stability. This is like a person maybe looking for a car, looking for a house. They may be messaging you about travel and where you live. This could be like messaging you about a trip, relocation, travel, something like that. Car in the garage, a car in a home, family. They want to manifest something. They were building towards something. And they knew what they were doing, but they kind of might have been making it up as they go along. And now this person's feeling justice. Justice sometimes has an ouch factor to it. Justice is, look, you can't expect anything to be any different than it is now based on the choices you've made up until now. Justice is either yippee or it's ouch. I'm a Libra, trust me. It's one or the other. We're very black and white. So justice being served here for someone. Clarifying this is the Seven of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, and the Nine of Wands. Somebody's cheapskate. Or maybe they're just on a budget. And also I can see that somebody doesn't want to do something. So this could be like someone looking for, they might be messaging someone for like a home, a new car, or a ride, or home repair, or I need to go somewhere, I'm doing something. But then they get to the red tape and the terms and conditions, and they're like, ooh, I don't like that. No, I'm avoiding signing on the dotted line. No, I'm not willing to pay. No, I don't want to. And this is where I started to see what was going on, and I went, oh, that's what's happening. Okay, so you're being seen as the Sun, and clarifying the Sun is justice, the Six of Pentacles, and the World. Leo energy here, Libra energy, fixed sign energy here. Okay, so immediately what this looks like to me is some of you have finally paid off a car, paid off a home, paid off a loan. You might, one of your kids might have timed out of childhood and is now 18. This looks like maybe no more child support needs to be paid, no more alimony, no more splitting things 50-50. Like you've paid out, you've contributed. Some of you have moved, relocated, and another person maybe is supposed to follow you, or they're supposed to come along, or maybe they're supposed to do something next as well, and they're not. Maybe some of you are like me and you moved to California a couple of years ago. I moved from the East Coast to the West Coast. It's like, and I don't know about you guys, but it cost me a lot. So it might have something to do with like travel, relocation, something like that. Some of you might be negotiating some kind of a package to sign on and take a job. Like you may have said, oh, I'm going to go do this, and you need to follow suit, and somebody else might not want to. Some of you are holding yourselves back from doing something because you don't like what it costs, or you don't like the consequences of it. But I feel like you're moving on to something good, and There was a generosity, like equal give and take. You might have been doing the giving, or maybe someone else. There was equal give and take. Maybe someone was giving something to you and now that's all done and they're not willing to give anymore. Or maybe like you were giving and now that's finished. Justice to the world, all done. No more of that. Or like, I'm also hearing some of you may end up going somewhere where you get a scholarship, a grant, a bigger bonus, a bigger perk. Take your time deciding, Sagittarius, because you do look like you're not willing to sign on the dotted line until it's just right. Like if you're going to sign your life away and it's going to cost between 40 and 60 grand to do something, yeah. Don't say yes right away. Maybe look around a little bit and be like, maybe, maybe not. Be strategic. You may need to be strategic at this time. Someone else may be being strategic with you. I kind of get the feeling that you're no longer obligated to something. Or you've gotten a good deal, but someone else maybe hasn't. They may scapegoat you for this because we did get the gold digger card and will be back after a divorce or a breakup or something. Here's what you need to know or your advice. The Six of Wands, and it came in reverse. When the Six of Wands comes in reverse, the proverbial question anyone should ask themselves is, what is my personal definition of success? And do I need to be up on my high horse? Somebody may feel like, you know, the Six of Wands is Leo, and it's, I got the girl, I got the guy, I got the job, I got the win, I got a clean bill of health, I'm happy, I'm successful, I'm up above the crowd. I have a higher perspective now. I feel like I should be celebrated. Someone is not being celebrated in this way. So someone may feel somewhat knocked down a peg. Someone might not get the accolade that they want. Someone's ego may be bruised. Someone may be suddenly knocked off of their own pedestal and feeling a little bit more down to earth. Clarifying this is strength, temperance. There you are with the Six of Wands. Again, I wanted one more and I got the Sun. Yeah. Okay. Look, you've gotten some kind of a win. You've gotten a win, but maybe somebody else didn't. I feel like this is all your success because here you are with the Six of Wands and happy. You got the girl, you got the guy, you got the job. But I feel like strength is someone sort of ignoring that. They don't want to see that. It's like, I don't want to see that. Someone maybe is jealous, or they feel like you got off the hook in some way. You had it easier than they did, because the Five of Swords is the final outcome. And clarifying this is the Nine of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, and the Ten of Cups. Wow. So I feel like some of you are like, you know what, that's fine. You can keep your fancy job and the money and the title and whatever. Okay, maybe I didn't get that, but I love where I live and I love my life and I love my family. And one way or another, I'm going to get that rainbow, you know, after the storm. But I feel like based on what I see over here, you've already gotten that and someone is just ticked off. Like, why does Sagittarius get the good life? Why does Sagittarius get live, laugh, love, and be happy and raise a glass? And why does Sagittarius get the happily ever after? Someone is ticked off about that. Big time. Because again, we've got kicking and screaming and I'm jealous. They don't want to pay for something. This is a person that they just don't want to trade time for money. I was born in the 70s and we call that work. I kind of get the feeling that somebody doesn't want to work. They want to be bougie. They want to have it all. And they're ticked off that maybe you're no longer providing that or something of that nature. Yeah. They're kicking and screaming and jealous. And I was like, all right, tell me more about them. The Eight of Cups is in reverse for this person. I forget the name of this deck, but it's so cool because it has the reversal built into the image. So this person walked away, but now they're coming back. It's because when the Eight of Cups is in reverse, it's because someone's too nervous to walk away because they don't really know what they're walking away to. They don't even have anything to walk away to. But the point of the Eight of Cups is it doesn't matter where you go next. You just need to get away from here because it's disappointing. This person's like, no, maybe not. I thought I was ready to leave stuff behind, but now I'm not. This person may want to work through some stuff that they've been emotionally avoidant about in the past, and that's good, but they may come back a little forlorn. Something didn't go the way they wanted, and they're struggling to move on from something. And the way they're feeling is the Two of Pentacles in reverse. I love this Two of Pentacles in the upright. I don't know where the other pentacle is, but maybe it's in the air. This kid's got it together. This one's like, I'm kind of stuck. Things aren't going well for me. I'm not getting that yoga pose. Like they had all their balls in the air. Now they've dropped all their balls. This is a person that is trying to be practical. They don't want to make excuses for themselves, but they struggle with priorities and they struggle to make practical decisions and prioritize in the right way. They were busy. They were avoidant. Now they're coming back and maybe they're facing the music a little bit, but they don't know what to do. And their action is the Wheel in reverse. Yeah. This person struggles to break their cycles of redundancy. The Wheel of Fortune is about, if your luck is bad right now, the good thing about life on earth is that it's always changing and your luck could turn around and things could get better. But you have to go with the flow and you have to be flexible. And when your patterns and orders of operation aren't working for you anymore, you have to do something different and do something else. This person struggles to do something different and do something else. They polarize themselves. I do think this is a person trying to break bad cycles, but they're not willing to go with the flow and they're not really willing to change. This is a person that's going to repeatedly experience bad luck because we've got here, and here's why. This is why. When justice comes out, don't do this. Don't do this. Face it. Don't do that and don't do that. And don't do that. Sorry, not sorry, but life does cost money. You do have to pay that fine. Like rent is actually expensive. You don't get to say no just because you don't like it. I mean, if you don't, you can keep looking around. But like I'm seeing a person that's like they don't want to face a consequence. You may have done something that affected this person's budget, or maybe you just have a different budget and you have different resources. You may have more access to resources than someone else. I'm also hearing that some of you have way more knowledge and experience, which is why you're getting the wins and someone else is not. Because maybe you deserve them and this person may or may not. This person has some issues. I was like, what is with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse? We've got the Seven of Cups in reverse, the Tower in the upright, and the Nine of Wands in the upright. All right. This person is in survival mode big time. First of all, things are kind of blowing apart for them. They could be scorpionic. So Scorpio really needs things to be dramatic and intense in order to break cycles and make changes. So if this person's a Scorpio, just let them go through this because Scorpios don't make change the easy way and they don't break cycles and patterns the easy way because they're fixed signs and they're stubborn and they're not as fluid as you are. So you're dealing with a person with fixed energy. They're just not as fluid as you. And so everything has to be cataclysmic before they make a change and they stop playing duck and weave and they stop cutting corners. I have a feeling that they asked you for something and you wouldn't give it to them because you were like, I'm not going to pay for you to take a shortcut or something like that. Like this person's out of options too, and they're knocked out of a fantasy. They thought they had all the choices in the world and all the options in the world. They don't. This is overwhelming them. Everything is falling apart for them now, and they're barely hanging in there. Barely hanging in there. I also get the sense that maybe this person feels like you kind of abandoned them in some way. You probably didn't, but it's like they're pissed off. Like, where do you get off getting all the happiness and the happily ever after and the money and all that and a great lifestyle and a great life? Meanwhile, they're like barely hanging in there and their options are dwindling. That's because they are running from justice. As a Libra, whoever this person is, I just want to find them and say, okay, if you want your life to look like Sagittarius's life, you've got to stop playing duck and weave and not putting the work in. And like maybe you got the lucky break and they didn't. But that's because they're refusing to do something. They're refusing to make a choice that they need to make, and they're refusing to face a consequence. It's like, this says it all right here. Like, no, I don't want to pay that. I don't want to do that. Okay. This person needs to make some kind of an adjustment, and they definitely need to adjust their lifestyle, because if this is them or this is what they want, they've got what it takes. They just need a little bit more of a plan. This magician needs to do a little bit more work and turn into a Hierophant or a king or a queen. And they're just not. And I don't think this is your problem, because you're like, karma is a bitch. Yeah, and I know we had financial ties, but I'm healed and strong, and I'm moving into new kinds of relationships. And this person's just watching. And I feel like you're getting all the accolades, and they're getting more and more ticked off. Yeah, see, I see. Sagittarius, you're dealing with a person who has a lot of potential and a lot of natural gifts. But they like to take shortcuts, and they just want it to be easy, and they are hoping for the best, and they have a great idea. But they've really got to start seeing that if you want good ideas to come to fruition, you can't be doing this every time we have to sign a dotted line. And that it's like that they want the world to be different than it is. They want to be able to hack the matrix, and you're like, I'm fine in the matrix. I made it work in the matrix. I even hacked it a little bit too, but I put the work in. Or I just got lucky. It's like one or the other. It's like your luck just turned out better. I kind of get the sense that you earned all of this, because the way you're seeing yourself right now in regards to all of this is the 10 of Swords, but it's in reverse. And I like that for you. Something hurt about all of this, and you're acknowledging that, but you're also getting over it. And furthermore, the way you feel is the Fool. I love this for you. I know you love this feeling. When the Fool came out, I was like, there you go. Show me who you are, Sagittarius. Show me who you are. You're so much like your Aryan counterparts. You love the Fool. All fire signs love the feeling of the Fool. They love it. Maybe not Leo all the time, but sometimes. The Fool is like you're a kid again. You can begin anew. You're championing your own innocence. You have a beginner's mindset. You're just going to go for it. You're going to take a risk, and you're just going to see where the next adventure leads you. Because that's what Sag does. It's like, you know what? Sometimes life hurts, and that's just how the wheel of fortune turns. But, you know, when I'm down, I'm down. But when I'm up, and I'm on the upswing now. And furthermore, your action is the freaking 6 of Wands. Look at him. Look at how proud of himself he looks. You look so proud of yourself right now. So proud. I don't know what you just did, but you just leapt right. You left the pain behind, and you are leaping into badassery and success. Some of you are about to walk right into a win on the heels of something that really hurt. So listen to me, Sagittarius. If you don't get the job this week and somebody else gets it, you will get it. Something better will come along. Something better will come along. I was like, oh my God, what's the 6 of Wands? Here's the 4 of Wands in the upright. Look at them looking all around like we can really make this place our own. Look at her. They're looking at the garden like, look at all that we've got. The next crop is going to come in really good as well. There's stability here. We have this foundation to be built upon. Next season, we're going to get even more out of the garden. And I love the 5 of Cups in reverse as well. I love this. Like, this is how it was. But you're like, you know what? Okay, so I only have 2 cups left and everything else spilled. You know, it's like I can still make this my own. I can still have a happy life. I can get over my disappointments. I can get over my pain. Things are getting better. And here's the sun again. I'm happy. It's like you're saying, I'm choosing happiness. And furthermore, in order to get to, sorry, I made a mess here. I messed up. In order to get to the peace and the stability, like really get to the peace and the stability, you've put yourself through the extremes for the expansion. You may need to say that to somebody else too, Sagittarius. I feel like the King or Queen of Swords should have come out over here. Maybe you have tried to tell this person 10 million times and they just won't listen to you anymore. And that's why you're like, fine, screw it, whatever. I got hurt here anyways. I'm moving into something new. Like they might just not listen to you. So there's no point at this point. But this person may be missing that you do kind of have to go through the fire a little bit to get to the other side. But you just keep doing what you're doing, Sagittarius, because you're overcoming pain. You're in the energy of the full Fool. You're coming into a win and into happiness and into success. And I really love this for you. I really love the Ten of Swords and the Five of Cups in reverse. I mean, I'm not happy that it showed up to begin with, but I'm glad that these cards are in reverse for you. It's like, I can move on. I can get better. I can leap into new things. I can be really happy. And it's like anyone else around you that things aren't going as well for them as it is for you. They just have to accept that they have to work a little bit harder. I also get the sense that for a few of you, you had an ex that you had a financial tie with, that tie is finally broken. It could have been a romantic partner, but it could have been a family member. Like something's finally broken. And you're going to go off and be happy. And it's like, it's just not enough for them. And they aren't going to get the resources out of you that maybe they used to. If any of you are going to court this month about moving, relocation, and child support, and it has anything to do with co-parenting, I think you're going to get what you want. You'll be the one, like if you wanted to move, but your ex wouldn't let you, you'll be allowed to, like the court will let you go. Or if somebody wanted more child support or alimony or something out of you, you'll be okay, with the new deal or arrangement, but it will impact that other person's lifestyle in a way that they don't like. But that is not your problem. That is their problem. So someone will be back to ask for more, okay? And if they won't leave you or come, or if they won't, I'm also hearing that some of you are trying to go through a divorce, but no one will sign the deal because this person's not being fair or they're being unrealistic. You're going to get what you want, Sag, and you're going to go in a better direction. And that's only going to open you up to more creative power. So keep going. This is all about overcoming your difficulties and your challenges and taking your own power back and moving into happiness. I absolutely love this reading for you, Sagittarius. I'm not going to do an extended. I hope it resonates and I hope it helps. You've got to let this person work through their stuff. And you can't rescue them either. They've got to make their peace with justice. Okay, and they got to get that Wheel of Fortune in the upright for them. Looks like the Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor. Keep going, Sagittarius. All right, Sag, that's your reading for the next couple days. Hope it resonates and I hope it helps. I'm always listening to the universe for you, Sagittarius Nation. And I love you guys. I'll see you next time.